Or imagine if you found out that 93-year-old pussy looked exactly like 20-year-old pussy.
Oh, congratulations. And she's like, I'm not pregnant. And the whole room just...
No.
Welcome to Working the Hour with Richard Villa. Once again, guys, another group of friends. They're here to also work on material. What's up? Remember, just quick rules. Present whatever you want. You will have 15 minutes to present your jokes. All of us, we will work in a group to punch it up as much as we can. If one of the jokes drags and it takes your 15 minutes, well, good investment. You got a lot of meat out of it, right? You got a lot of profit out of it. If it's just not working for you, go, all right, guys, this topic is dead. Let's move on. Let's go to the next one. So we just reset. Let's not dwell on it. It's his joke. Even if you had a good idea for it, but he says, I'm out. He called it, guys. Leave it alone because he has other jokes he'd rather work on, okay? So I'll start it off. I'll start my first 15 minutes. I'll hit the time. You guys are next. As soon as we start with you, just introduce yourself. How did we meet? And then we'll start with your material. I'll hit the alarm. Ready? So you guys already know me. Here we go, guys. My first joke. Why are Mexicans not slaves?
Depends.
No. What I'm talking about is because, listen, and just follow me on this. They don't have to ship us in. Do you understand? We were already there. They can just grab wagons or trains or whatever they can transport us, but it would be cheaper than just bringing slaves from Africa.
Yeah.
Why is it that Mexicans, we weren't considered to be slaves? Because imagine if the integration of Mexicans as slaves in America, we would have built this country together where we as Latinos, we become mainstream. Yeah. Who knows where Mexico would be right now? Maybe America and Mexico would have become one big nation.
I think the difference is because Mexicans want to work.
You think so?
That's what it is.
Yep, and everything would get done in a week, and then what else?
And then they don't. No, I don't think. I think white people would find other things for you to do.
Yeah.
You want me to cut your grass? We're gonna do that anyways, dude.
Well, if you're looking at it from a historical standpoint, Mexicans didn't exist.
What do you mean?
There was indigenous people,
well, okay.
and there was Spanish,
okay.
And it was a mix of the Spanish and the indigenous people that made the Mexican people.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Then let's go even indigenous. Why didn't the indigenous people get slaves?
But they did.
By the Spaniards?
Yes, they did. They built all the missions. They built all the churches. They built everything that's
so those
in
aren't
Mexico.
Technically Mexicans, though.
Oh no!
But
These are not Mexicans.
No, but they're
this
indigenous.
Is the beginning. This is the 1400s.
Why
I'm
not
talking about
Mexicans?
1600s and up when slavery was established. And
so
by then we had Mexicans.
Oh yeah, we have Mexicans.
For sure.
Well, Mexico didn't become a country until 1824.
Mm-hmm.
By 1850, the slaves were emancipated. So you're talking about a 25-year span where you actually had Mexicans. Everybody was a mestizo or criollo. Criollo was somebody that came from Spain.
I think that's why slavery didn't, because Mexicans started being created, and it's like
yeah.
no,
but
Okay, so follow me on this.
no, I get that. I get it, and I think the joke is there. There's meat there. But the setup has to be like...
So I have a premise. I have an idea. This is just an idea. What I'm thinking is they did take us to market. Mm-hmm. They did show up with a bunch of Mexicans and they say, hey, guys, you're buying slaves? Like, I got slaves.
I got these.
I got these Mexicans. And they were like comparing it to black people. They're like, black slaves. They're like, whoa, these are half the size.
Yeah.
And you want the full price for these?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What do you mean he takes a siesta in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
Hold on. This slave's not going to work for me if they need to take a nap. Like, I'm thinking of that. Maybe we weren't as strong or as appetizing because maybe we weren't.
Or we drink on the job.
And just imagine when you go to the store, if you see a huge watermelon, juicy and everything, then you see a little one and they're both priced the same. What would you pick?
Right.
Yeah. No, I understand. I'm thinking like maybe the angle of like we're always second. Like we weren't even chosen first as slaves, right? Right?
True.
You know, like
because when black people stopped doing it,
then they were like, okay, we're always playing second fiddle. Even as slaves,
really
we
good.
played second fiddle, right?
That's so funny,
right,
bro.
and then that way
Okay.
it's not because this is a very touchy subject.
really is.
Absolutely.
Because if you do look at slavery, especially with the indigenous people. Everything that is Spanish was made by indigenous people. The missions, all of the lumber was hand carved. That was all indigenous people, and so there was slavery. It's just that it wasn't as exotic, you know. And so, you know, it's like they were like, we can't sell them slaves that are already there. Yeah. We've got to have a shipping charge, you know, like we've got to be able to charge for our services. And if we just go get them there, they're gonna figure out that they can just get them there, you know. Like,
is your joke kind of saying that like because blacks are just good at everything? Was that the joke earlier?
No, what he's saying is that they chose them over Mexicans.
Yes, but that's what he's saying.
But
why?
It's like when basketball, when they started playing basketball, white people were like, man, fuck.
It goes back to that.
They're dunking, you know, like it's kind of like,
dude, it could be a black guy the same size as me. We're both chubby. We're both old, and they'll still pick him. Yeah. And they'll still go, fuck it, I still believe more on this guy. Why? Because there's a certain stigma. There's a certain thing. So has it always been there, even with slavery? Is it that they didn't want us? Like you said, we got picked second. Because think about it. If we were brought in as slaves, we would have been part of the creation of this country. And really, black people had so much to do in the building of this country.
And there's a stigma behind the Mexican bodies. They say that Mexicans have dad bods, bro.
Yes.
That's like a thing that they say. Yes. Like, Mexicans have dad bods.
Now, also, keep this in mind is when you ask a white person, how do you know he's illegal? Well, he ain't black. That was their answer.
Yeah, and
he ain't black. And if he ain't black, he ain't legal. Yeah. Why? Because black people now are part of America. They are mainstream. Latinos, we're not.
Because we weren't brought, right? Because so white people brought them, the black people, and like, okay, well, they're legal because we brought them.
And then there was also the stigma that Mexicans were fat and lazy. That stigma has been removed in the last 50 years.
Yes.
But remember, it was always a guy in a zarape with his burro, right? That was the image of the Mexican, you know. And now everybody goes, man, Mexicans are hard workers. Yeah, but for money, you know, because
they didn't know that was our lunch break.
Yeah, because
we created a lunch break.
The other thing is they went to Mexico and they saw what they built and they go, we don't want those guys, you know, because Mexicans build nice stuff here, but not so nice in Mexico, you know.
That's another thing. That is true.
They saw the roads in Mexico and said, hell no, we don't want these guys.
Well, maybe because all the good craftsmen are over here.
Yeah, that's right, because they're getting paid.
It's all about money.
Yeah, they say México se pinta solo. Sí, porque todos los pintores ya están en Estados Unidos.
Yeah, I think that's one of those jokes where you gotta like really analyze the different angles and then read up on a lot of the history too, because it's funny. But the idea is, you're right. I don't want it to get preachy. I mean, this is not a history class. It's just certain things that you go, oh, that's weird. Oh, that's interesting.
Differences.
Because when a lot of people speak up and say, hey, California, New Mexico, Texas, it was all Mexico. But when they actually bought that land, all of those Mexicans were now considered white.
Or maybe do it from the white guy's perspective.
But listen, they can, even if you're Mexican, but you lived in those areas, they respected you as a white person.
Oh shit!
It was in their agreement that these Mexicans are now considered white. You cannot be slaves.
Well, I think that if you look at it from a white guy's perspective, and he goes, "You mean we could have just got him here?" You know,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
You know,
why did you have to outsource this shit?
Like, oh man, who would have thunk it? Like, we brought all these guys here, and we could have just got them here. You know, like,
we could have arranged something.
So make the white guy the jerk in your joke, not okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, make the white guy the asshole in your joke. Yeah, that's good. You know, say you're talking to your friend Tyler. Right. And he was like, bro, we spent all that money bringing people.
Move on. Okay, really I'm done. I'll have to do more history on that because that joke does have legs. But I want to find the funny in these things, the ironies. That's what I'm saying, the ironies of these things. One of the things I want to talk about is that you know that in Mexico City, there is a metro system, right? And in that metro system in Mexico City, there's a cart dedicated to just women. And this is this cart. And it's not just Mexico. Japan has it. Brazil has it. There's a bunch of countries around the world that really do this. And I'm saying, really? Your society, people in your society can't control themselves? They have to grope another human being?
Yeah.
Like, in what mind do you think this is a solution to fucking perverts groping people? Like, when did you go, oh, shit, let's just give them their own space? No, motherfucker, send them to jail. If you grope somebody, you send them to jail.
The problem is that 50% of the population is male, and most of the cops are males too. So they're the ones doing the groping.
It's still here the same thing.
Yeah.
The cops are males too. Why is it that they don't do it here? Because if you touch somebody here in the metro system, that is sexual assault. Before you get to the next metro stop, the sheriff's department will be waiting for you, arresting you for assault. You will go to court, you will go to jail, you will pay a fine, and then you will register as a sex offender. Those are the consequences in this country for touching somebody.
Well, that's mostly in most first world countries. And
so what is it about third world countries or developing countries that can't control themselves from fucking groping?
It's the lack of rules.
it's the patriarchy.
It's corruption.
The fun thing too is like they don't see it. What they're doing is like we're putting all these females in their own train, and you just see the predator, bitch in a barrel, baby. Let's go.
That or what if the train is full on the female side and you're late for work and all you have is the
pervert side,
general side? You're like, ah, shit. I guess I'm gonna get touched today. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Not only that, like this is something you might add to that joke in the future, but there's actually a train car at a certain hour at night at the very back of the train. That's where guys go to hook up with each other.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they have their own card?
They have their own card.
Is it
Yeah.
brown?
No,
Just so it doesn't.
No, it's like an unwritten thing. But there's a joke there that at a certain hour on certain evenings, that's where all the guys go to hook up.
Now, is this official by the city of Mexico?
No,
or they just
that's,
adapted it?
that's just where they hook up.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But everybody knows, like that's where, you avoid the last cart. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
because
shit.
unless you're into it, then you go to the last cart.
Before
but
you know it, a heterosexual man is never going to get on the metro anymore.
Yeah.
We can't do anything.
that's how it is, man. That's how it is. Yeah.
But yeah, I always thought it was so ridiculous that another human being can't keep his hands to himself.
Yeah, but
Makes no sense.
it's crazy, but that still happens today.
But why? What mentality?
It's part of the culture. It's the culture where the woman is submissive and the guy is the macho alpha, and he does what he wants, and he doesn't care if the woman's affected or not affected. He's gonna grab her, and it's like,
For what though? Is it? Oh, look, smell my hand. Smells like shit. What does he gain from this?
I don't get it, but it still happens.
I think also what doesn't help is media right now is just always pushing half naked women like crazy.
Now you're blaming the woman. So now you're getting in trouble with the feminists.
It's always been the woman's
No, it's not.
Like Carl's Jr. commercials, bro.
Wrong train, bitch.
This fucking guy. All right, guys. All
Yeah.
right, let's move on. Before you guys get in trouble.
Two
let's-
real tough subjects there, Richard.
Yeah,
We're on a
well,
roll.
I mean, listen. Why do you think I'm asking you guys?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the only one blamed for this.
Yeah,
I want
so-
to blame you guys.
So I've been spending a lot of time in Mexico City, so I kind of understand a little bit of the complaints. Women actually dress down, like to go out in public because they get groped. My wife is from Mexico City, and she actually dresses down, and if there's a group of guys like getting tacos at a taco stand on the sidewalk, she'll walk through the mud to avoid the group of guys because they'll grope her. Mm-hmm. She would walk the dogs in the morning, and a guy would pull up and go, "Hey, so how does a guy like me get a girlfriend like you?" Right? And then the guy
being creepy. Dude.
Yeah, the guy, and she'd go, and she's from Mexico City, so she's tough, but she'd be like, "Hey, get out of here," and he'd be like, "Nah." And so every morning he'd be there waiting for her, and so
this is what I meant with "it's my time." And you're taking my time.
Okay,
I know that's your,
right, cool.
yeah, but it doesn't go back to the metro. It doesn't do anything. Okay, so let me finish the next joke. 7 minutes. I was on my phone on TikTok, and he says, "Just give me 7 minutes. I can change your life." When did we start compromising or negotiating with the fat fuck that needs to lose weight? I remember back in the day, you need to lose weight, so I'll give you go run and work out. Even the biggest loser. It was like, no, you're going to give me 110%. Now we're like, can we just get 10% of you? Mm-hmm. Like right now in 2025, we're almost begging people for them to be better. We're begging people now. We're not even asking you to be 110%. Just give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
That started with everyone showing up what's it called? Like the trophy they give you. Oh, here's a trophy just for showing up.
Is that
Or
what?
just-
Is that where we
participation.
lost that?
We lost it, bro. We need to bring it back.
I think because it's
Backhanding
fast,
people.
dog. They're like, you like fast food, you're gonna like fast working out or how to lose weight fast.
I think that our lives have gotten to a point to where we don't have an attention span anyway.
There you
So-
go.
That's where I was going. We're
Yeah.
so distracted that I can't give you fucking half an hour. I
Nah,
can't give
yeah.
you an hour. 10 minutes. All right. I guess I can change
fast
my
food
life
society.
entirely.
Because I used to go to the gym like say 2-3 hours for the day, and then now when I do go to the gym, I'm like, in 30 minutes, I'm good.
What about movies? Have you seen movies?
That's a thing.
Have you seen 80s movies? Have you rewatched some of the 80s movies we used to watch? They're so slow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I know.
slow, bro. You're watching, you're going like, oh my God, this was slow. So our brains, our attention span, everything is going like, 2 seconds, 30 seconds.
But with your joke, what you're saying, like
7 minutes.
7 minutes, right? It's a TikTok workouts, bro. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
TikTok workouts.
That's
I was
what
like, I
it-
used to buy what was
Insanity.
Insanity, yeah.
X,
right?
yes.
Used to buy X and be like 30-40 minute workout, and now I'm like 7 minutes. I just did 7 workouts in 7 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
I'm fucking feeling it.
Exactly.
Because anything is better than nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's their selling point,
Yeah.
bro.
Go back. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
As a career fat guy, they've always said, just don't sit on the couch. So, I mean, get up and walk. We'll make it as easy as possible. Get up and walk. That's better than nothing.
Well, Jared lost his weight walking to Subway to go get food.
Yeah.
You know what I
Chasing
mean?
all them kids.
So I'm waiting for a Subway near my house that I can walk to. Go get my sandwich without the kids. Save
That's
my
it
other
right there, buddy boy.
All right, guys. So that's my time. Ace. So that's the dynamic. What we do is we come in, we punch up your stuff. If you don't like something, or if you see that you want to go to the next joke, just jump. We'll go next to the next one. Ready? So do you have your joke ready?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Ready? I got it. Are we ready,
Yeah.
gentlemen? And please tell them before we start. I want you to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Tell them who you are and how we met or why you're in this fucking table.
Yeah. All right. Whenever.
Whenever you want.
Shit, I thought you're-
No,
never
we're
mind.
recording.
We're
Nothing's
recording.
stopping.
All right. Anyways, my name is Ace Murdoc, man. I've met Richard when I first started comedy. That's at the end of 2020, around the pandemic.
Mexico in the back metro, the
Yeah,
back
yeah,
card.
in the metro.
Every night. That's what we met.
I had him on one of my first shows I ever produced, which is cool. And we got to know each other, and I've been chasing this dream next to this guy ever since. It's going this month. September's gonna be 5 years.
Yeah.
5 or 4 years, I can't even count.
So
It's
now
going
you
so quick.
have to work your hour, bro.
Yeah.
So here you go. Let's put a piece in that hour. I'm gonna start the timer. You tell me what your first joke. Hit it.
All right, so like, I have a premise of how I came to America, and there's 2 stories in that. There's the story where my aunt told me that, oh yeah, when we used to watch you, we had a restaurant at the house, so like we would just put you right next to all the empty bottles, and so after they pour all the beers in the bottles, they'll put them all in this crate, and they're like, where is Ace at? And they'll look, and I'm next to that crate, and I was pouring all the beer bottles into one and drinking beer as a kid. Right, so I have the premise of like we had to leave Mexico because I was an alcoholic at 1, you know.
All right.
And then I found the real reason we came to America is because my grandma took my older brother to America without permission. And so my dad came over here to find my brother. And then the story is like, oh, he found your brother, and I was, well, what happened? I was like, well, we all just wanted to come over here. But then I talked to my dad, and I had a chance to hear out the real situation. And it was, oh yeah, I found your grandma with your brother, and I was gonna kill her and bring our son back, but your mom begged me not to do that, and so I brought you guys over, and that's why we're here in America. And I brought that up to my aunt and stuff like, oh, so it wasn't that we got kidnapped, all this blah 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 blah, and they always deny it. And I'm like, nah, my dad, that was truthful because someone else told me a little bit of what he told me. I'm like, oh yeah.
I don't even know where to fucking start, bro.
That's
That's a
right.
crime in every
Yeah.
aspect that I
La
can see.
suegra, la
kidnapped.
suegra metiche, you know, like. you
Oh
know?
no, but it's right away. She's like, "No, we cool. He took out a gun. No, we cool. All right, give me
You
my
can
kid. No,
you can have your kid. Yeah.
No, so like that's the thing that I like I said that joke maybe twice and just like free wording it, I guess if you want to say it, just
Improv.
same old work, yeah.
At first, I was worried because I'm thinking, wait a minute, why is there a 1-year-old at a bar?
Yeah, but it's
Now
Mexico.
that you told the second story, well, that fucking makes sense. The people that kidnap people and fucking pull out guns on mother-in-laws. Those
More than that, we understand completely why your grandmother would kidnap your older brother.
Yes, absolutely.
He's like, I'm not gonna lose another one. You know, this one's already an addict.
Already lost.
This one's already lost.
Exactly.
It's like these people.
We came to America, right? And so like the joke in there is that the reason we came to America is because I was an alcoholic at one, and so like they didn't have rehab over there yet, so like we just moved over here. And then I go into the real reason, which is like, oh, what happened was my grandma was babysitting me and my brother while my mom was giving birth to my younger brother. And when they got from the hospital to the house, I was there, my grandma was missing, and my older brother was missing.
Okay, so now you go, I always thought, Grandma, why didn't you take me?
Yeah.
She said, because you were an alcoholic. I don't need this shit in my life. You don't have to, bro. We're recording it. That's the whole purpose of this.
Were you a chubby kid?
That's what I said. Because how you said, like, why didn't she take me with them?
Yeah.
And then,
She goes, I can only carry one, mijo.
¿Estás bien gordo?
Estás bien gordo, I can only carry one.
And ever since then, I was like, I know everybody loves their grandma. And my family knows that I'm like, whatever about her. And so when she walks in, I just give her those evil eyes. She gives me those evil eyes. And then she'll try to be sweet sometimes. She'll be, ¿tienes unos $5? I'm like, damn, bitch, you're still trying to collect on that ransom? Get the fuck out of here.
Here's something else. Usually Mexican parents mess up with the first kid. And they leave them with the grandma, right?
Yes.
So the grandma's like, es que este es mío. Este ya me lo dieron. Sí. Este es mío. Este es mi hijo. Y no me lo van a quitar.
No trade backs.
Yeah. Sí, como que no. Because your parents, by the time they had you and the next one, they already like, okay, we made a mistake. We want our kid back. And she's like, no, este me lo voy a llevar yo. You know
now,
like,
your grandma, because she didn't want you, remember? Yeah. She didn't even take you. So now, because your dad pulled out a gun, she has to take you if she wants your brother. So she's like, oh, shit. Oh, man.
And Mexican kids that grow up with their grandma, they end up calling their grandma mom, you know, and then they think their mom is their sister. You know, that's
he calls his grandma Beatriz.
Beatriz.
Her first name.
By her government name, Beatriz.
We know who you are.
Beatriz.
All right. That's that one. And then, so, like, the other one that I had was, okay. So this one's, like, a premise is, so we take care, me and my girlfriend, we take care of her grandma, right? Old lady, she's 93 years old.
The other grandma, right?
Yeah, this is her grandma.
Oh.
This is the one that she, so, like, we take care of her, basically feed her everything, whatever she needs. And lately, she can't be moving no more. She's just stuck she's stuck just where she sits. And so, like, now my girlfriend has to go out there and make sure that she's cleaning her, make sure that everything's smooth, bathroom's clean, everything. And I'm just like, I work on the yard, bro. And so, like, she lives in the back room, which has a sliding door. And so I tell my girlfriend, I was like, please, if you know your grandma's using the restroom, don't let me come in the room, like, because I got to walk through that room to get into the house. I was like, last thing I need to see is a 93-year-old pussy, dude. I was like, you know how fucking traumatizing that would be?
But, bro, how life-changing would it be for her if she sees you walk in without a shirt all sweaty, you're looking at her and you go...
Or imagine...
Bro, you'll make her summer, bro.
I locked in the house. That's all I know.
Or imagine if you found out that 93-year-old pussy looks exactly like 20-year-old pussy.
That's scary, too.
It's pre-wrinkled for your safety.
You ain't gonna convince me for shit, bro.
It's like
curiosity is not gonna win.
Es lo mismo tronar que desarrugar, bro.
That's a problem, bro.
I was born with 90-year-old balls, bro. Like my balls were wrinkled when I was born. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Benjamin Button balls.
That's what happens. When I got friends that are like, hey. Besides that, right? Just talking about women. I got friends that are, oh, pussy's pussy, man. They be sending me like women, like, oh, look who I hit. And I was like, bro, your 10s are definitely 7s, dude. And then your 7s are definitely 911. My friend needs help. You know what I mean?
Hey, any port in a storm, man.
Hey,
you know.
No, you start saying pussy's pussy, bro. I'm trusting you. You're gonna find yourself in some awkward, weird spots. And that's not me. Like I said,
well, it depends on who's saying pussy's pussy, bro.
Yeah, I didn't say pussy's pussy. I just said it was pre-wrinkled.
It's just like saying, like, oh, she only has one kid, bro. And then 3 years down the line, well, she only has 2 kids, bro. And eventually, well, whatever.
I was drunk,
man. I love all 3 of them.
So what's your next?
So the next part of that is, I'm scared to see her, like, obviously her pussy, whatever. And so I'm like, it's like, imagine when someone goes to a slaughterhouse and sees how the meat gets made.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they become like vegans. So not like I'm gonna become.
Oh, here we go.
But it's like like,
I would say
"You don't
the
wanna
hot
eat
dog.
meat? You don't want to eat meat, so I'm like, nah, man. I was like, if I see that, I'm pretty sure I don't want to have sex with my girlfriend for a fucking minute.
I
Until
would-
get it out of my head.
I would use the word hot dog.
Hot dog.
Yeah, nobody wants to see how the hot dog is made, right?
Yeah.
And yeah. Instead of meat, because meat's so broad, but nobody wants to. The hot dog's all the junk. You know, they say that they put eyes in it, lips in it, hair. So nobody wants to see how the hot dog is made. You
And
know,
then the last joke I have is it's talking about just people dying in general, man. I was just watching like the news for the other day, and I was like, damn, bro, like everyone's dying. Everyone from Ozzy Osbourne to Hulk Hogan, everybody, right? And then just everybody in between, like regular people like us. And I've been noticing something. When a beautiful person dies, everyone, oh, it's such a tragedy. It's such a sad time right now. But when an ugly person dies, you know what I mean? Like someone, if I would die, at least he's not suffering anymore. You know what I mean?
no, you know what's even more fucked up? 43 people can die in Mexico and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
But Richard Simmons dies and the whole fucking world goes nuts.
Yeah, the
you
bigger,
know,
the bigger the number, the more we don't get.
And I'm gonna tell you,
That's because Richard Simmons had 7-minute TikToks.
No,
working out.
But I'm going to tell you something else, and this is because I was working. I'm not working on this premise, but it was a premise I thought about. My dad died at 80, and he drank, and he smoked, and he partied, and he had women. Right? He died at 80. Richard Simmons worked out every day of his life and died at 74. You know, Ozzy Osbourne did all the drugs in the world, and he died at 76. You're going like, Ozzy Osbourne outlived Richard Simmons? How is that even a thing, dude? Like, that's fucking crazy.
Fucking bat's head, bro.
Right?
You ever been a bat's head?
No, but
You know what? I think it goes down to stress. Stress. If you have a very stressful life, you're gonna die soon. You know what I mean? It's just stress. How stress? Imagine, even though he exercised
Every day.
the fact that he had to still hide the fact that he was gay. Like when he was gay, it wasn't acceptable.
Yeah.
People made fun of it. So now that it's out and about, you don't think he's a little bitter and hurt? My dick doesn't work anymore, and now it's acceptable.
cool, yeah.
Ah, shit! I have all this money. I don't even know how to spend it. 'Cause
he's all, well, you don't need your dick if you're catching. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, that's pretty much it. What I have for those 3 new jokes that I'm trying to build on.
All right, so give me a more descriptive of how you crossed. Is it you crossed over? How did you guys end up here? Because I think that's a trip itself.
So go back. Yeah. So we just crossed over like every other paisa. You know what I mean? Like we
Fake papers.
Fake papers. Everything.
You weren't
So here's the thing. Like when I first heard your story about the
trick or treat. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything. It made me laugh because it made me remember when I was in line with my tia, right? And my tia's like, "Your name is Francisco. Your name is Francisco."
Yes.
Okay. Okay, my name is Francisco. What about it? That guy's gonna ask you, your name is Francisco. Yeah. And when you get to him, what's your name? Francisco. Good. We got to there, and the guy goes, what's your name? Ace. My aunt turned fucking white. I said, oh, no, that's his dad's name. I said, no, that's my name.
You motherfucker.
And then the guy looked at me and looked at her, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I want to be named after my dad. I caught it. So I fucking fixed it. It's like, well, what's your real name? It's like, oh, it's Francisco. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, go ahead. And they let me pass through.
Yeah.
And then when I got onto the other side, and then my aunt told my mom, man, I got the most fucking ass whooping I think I ever had.
I want to hit you now, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy,
You're
bro.
a piece of shit.
But it's so funny. When I heard your story, dude, I was like, dude, that's such fucking like a memory that triggered my memory.
Yeah.
Of like when I crossed the border.
Yeah.
And then they're like, dude, your name is Francisco. Yeah, for sure, I got it.
Yeah.
No, my name's Ace, dude.
No, I've known guys that tell me their story. They say they crossed as a girl.
Oh, that's fuck. Yeah.
As a little girl.
They sold their soul to the devil right there and then, huh?
Why is that? Because girls get over it faster, or because the papers were a girl?
No, because that's
the
what
paper
they
they
had.
had.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Gotcha.
a baby. They're not gonna open up the baby's diaper to check their sex.
Yeah.
So if
shit.
it's a boy, they just put a little dress on. It's not talking. It's months old.
Yeah.
They can't tell you.
And then Ace, you said that your grandma didn't bring you,
No, my grandma didn't bring me.
Your aunt did, right?
My mom and my aunt did.
but your grandma's here though, or she
Yeah,
stayed?
she's over here. Well, I don't know now. I don't talk to her, but I mean, back then, yeah. And then here's the other thing too. I forgot to bring up on that spot real quick before it's over, is that when my aunt, all three of my, no, 2 of my aunts came plus my mom, right? So all 3 of them were here. My fucking grandma lined them up and was like, "Hey," to the whoever guy she married. She's like, "Hey, these are my 3 daughters. Do any of your guys want to marry my daughters?"
Oh shit!
And I was like, "Oh,
Shotgun.
sex trafficking, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck?"
Wait, say that again.
So my grandma put up her daughters to get married with some white guys, right? So they can get their papers. and 2 of them were married to them till to this day.
Oh shit.
Well, then she was right. What the
That's
fuck?
called an arranged marriage.
Yeah, shotgun, right?
Yeah,
Shotgun
but
marriage.
How do you think Sam was born?
I was like, that's sex trafficking. You got paid and you gave your daughters away.
Yeah.
Totally sex trafficking, dude. I don't know. My family doesn't see it that way.
Hey, listen,
it's
that
just
was a
forced
come
love,
up,
it's
bro.
forced
Back
love,
then, what year are we talking about? Because you got to put things
telling
That's
in
not really
perspective.
sex trafficking because they stopped. You know, like they weren't trafficking. They just stopped at the husband and that's it.
That's
That's
sex
Look,
stopping.
that's the reason
Yeah,
they're
sex
doing it. They don't
stopping.
want to traffic
Exactly.
anymore. They
Yeah.
want to do it.
Exactly.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like on that thing, I have a premise. It's like, she's like, oh, this one right here has 1 kid. He's a little whatever.
That's crazy.
Oh, this one has 3. You don't want that one. And then that one, no kids. You know what I mean? But she's the middle child, so take your poison.
Yeah.
You know. And then so my Uncle John, I call my Uncle John. My Uncle John, he's a white guy.
Yeah.
More than I call my aunt.
So-
I call my aunt by her first name. You know what I mean?
So I think the angle you could take on that is where you can say, to me, it's sex trafficking, but since they're still together, you know, I don't know. Maybe there was something to that.
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
But
These
we
are the
can't.
only goats my
We
aunt-
can't judge your grandma either because if I know some of my aunts se las robaron,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
would. Ay, la robaron, se la robaron en los ranchos. They would do that all the time.
At 13, they'd pick them up.
You guys
Yeah,
have
they go-
Stockholm syndrome, bro. Like you guys are agreeing with
Trip
the
out.
captures.
No, I'm just saying, yeah. After a while, I mean, no, but these girls, ay, la robaron, bitch. She packed the bag.
Yeah.
How did they kidnap her and she packed the bag and took
Yeah.
all her belongings? That's not kidnapping. That's running
It's
away,
called-
dick.
yeah, and it's still common in other countries, arranged marriages. You know,
Yeah.
especially India. You know, they're like, you're marrying this boy because his family has goats. You know, and you'll have goats. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but did it work out for your grandma? I mean,
No.
did she, no, those.
She still tries to run her scams here and there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like for an example, I'll give you a good scam before this ends. My uncle got sick in Mexico, but it was nothing that big. It was just like something with his stomach because he had issues in the past with his stomach. They're like, oh, the doctor said he's gonna die. We need this much money so he can get better. My uncle's on Facebook like, I'm not even in the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Your grandma is a bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, bro. That's what I want the audience to
The
know.
scammer.
Well, then tell them
She
right
might
up
be
front.
Indian, bro. That's like some Indian shit to do
Yeah.
right there. Scamming and arranged marriages.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude. And then it's so funny. Like she'll like try to like ask my mom for money or somebody like.
I think you got to set it up like that.
You guys can have the house. Like
Yeah.
we want the house in Mexico. We have houses in America, dude. Like,
Yeah.
we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the.
No,
whole
you were
premise.
gonna say something?
No, I think that the setup, like when you set up your set, like when you talk about your grandma, you go, oh, I don't know how many of your grandparents are still alive, but you go, oh, my dear old grandma, I hate the bitch, right? Like
Set the tone.
right away, the
Yeah.
audience goes and go like, look, I know you're supposed to love your grandma. You have this.
Oh yeah.
My grandma was a bitch, and then you start going down the list of all the things, you know.
The whole thing with you calling your grandma a bitch, or fucking hate my grandma. That's a huge statement that the audience now is expecting you to justify it. Okay, tell me. Because that's a strong word, so give me the thing. So make a list, like Sam was saying earlier. Make a list of things that justify her being a bitch, so the audience can stay with you. If not,
Her being evil.
it's cringy, and they're thinking, why would he say that to her? She has.
You gotta make the audience hate her,
They're
too.
still,
Yeah.
they're still lingering on that thought, and they're not paying attention to the rest of this joke.
Right.
And then you might close it out by saying, but you know what they say, blood is thicker than water, so I love grandma, you know, or something, you know, like.
I might hate the bitch, but I still love her.
Yeah, and there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
something
close
like
it out like with misdirection, so that it's like.
that. All right, buddy.
Yeah,
Moving
that's
on to
true.
Sam. Sam, introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
My name is Sam Butler, tu amigo Sam. I've been doing comedy in English and Spanish for like 15 years now.
Yeah.
I met Richard at the comic strip in El Paso like in 2011, bro.
Yeah.
And then you said, if you're ever in Hollywood, come out. I got a show at the Hollywood Improv. And I did. I came out. I was like, hey, you remember me? You're like, no. And I was like,
Shit.
anyway, I want to do a show in El Paso. So you came out to El Paso. We became good friends working together. And then the rest is history. We worked on Refried for like 10 straight years. We've been doing a bunch of different shows, TV shows, a bunch of stuff. So it's been great. You know, it's we went from being like comics to being buddies and friends, and you went to my wedding in Mexico City, so it's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Cool. All right, buddy. So
All right, so I got some premises. This one came to me the other day. I saw a girl and I thought she was pregnant. right? But then everybody makes that classic mistake where they're like, oh,
And you go for the touch.
how far along are you, right? And then the girl's like, I'm just fat, bitch, right? Like they get mad. So I thought from now on, what I want to do is just go, wow, you gained a lot of weight. So that they go, no, I'm pregnant. You know, take the opposite approach. You know,
when you know that they are
when
pregnant.
you think they're pregnant, instead of when you think they're pregnant, instead of saying, oh, how far along are you? Go, oh my God, you gained a lot of weight. Are you okay? And then they go, no, I'm pregnant, asshole. Right?
But what if she's not pregnant?
Then you're covered.
No, you're just an asshole now. What the fuck? Why would you point out? Nobody, I don't like it when people do, because I know what it feels like. When people go, hey, I haven't seen you. Man, you're fat. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, you put on a lot of weight. But that's also, that comes with age, because you know that our parents would tell us. My mom would tell me, ay, mi hijo, ¿cómo estás gordo? You know, like, mira nomás. You know, like, pareces barril sin fondo. You know, like, it was always like. So I just thought, instead of going for the touch of, because it's pretty obvious, but then every once in a while you'll make that mistake. So now I just go, wow, are you okay? You seem like you put on some weight. Like, you can be nice about it, you know, but I thought, go for the opposite and see what happens. You know?
But be tactical about it.
Yeah.
Don't go, damn, bitch, you're big. Like, go, ooh, it seems like you.
Be like, the micheladas have been kicking in, huh? Like, look at, you know.
Exactly.
Like,
And now she goes, I'm pregnant.
Wow,
that
I thought you were, but I didn't want to say, you know.
If you say, like, oh, you gained some weight and she says she's pregnant, and then, oh, yeah, see, I was just joking. I knew that you were pregnant.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you do it and you're like, oh, well, I'm just fat, I'm like,
Now, also keep in mind that nobody's asking you.
Yeah, I know.
Meaning, we could have a conversation with a pregnant woman and never acknowledge the bump in front of her.
Yeah, but you know, everybody wants to acknowledge it, and it's always once in a while it backfires. So I figured, what if you just went for the backfire to begin with? You know, and then you were able to.
Shouldn't they wear like a ring so you don't commit? I think they put a tag on them.
They should wear a ribbon. You know,
a ribbon. Yeah, I mean, we do it for AIDS.
like
we do it for cancer.
David? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we put a ribbon on them?
Yeah,
or something?
they should put something, man.
With a different angle
They
too,
should
like
have a little band on their arm, bro, with the little
Like,
baby on it. Let them know
big women can use that now, like as an excuse. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
No, I'm just pregnant. You know what I mean?
months?
Oh, they start
36.
abusing.
They start-
that's stolen valor.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Stolen
So,
valor.
Let me see your pussy. No, it hasn't been destroyed. Where are your stretch marks? Where the C-section?
Wow, it looks just like that 93-year-old pussy I saw the other day.
Here's your 7-minute TikTok. I think you need this.
But you can take that joke in that direction where
Yeah.
you go, you know what? We need a symbol.
Yeah.
Like a ribbon, something. Let
Yeah.
us know.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
you
that's
can get
good.
clever with that.
I think what's funny about it is that you feel embarrassed. You feel embarrassed when you tell a girl she's pregnant and she's actually
That was
just
like Paris
fat.
Hilton when she bent down and
Yeah, exactly.
in Mexico or something.
Exactly,
She
so-
kissed this lady in the stomach, thinking she was pregnant, and she was fat.
She's just fat.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's happened. So
Oh,
it happened.
I've done it.
It happens.
I've done it.
Yeah.
You know,
No way.
you want to wear it in a. It was a production meeting for LA TV for a network, and I was in the meeting getting interviewed to see if they were gonna hire me. And before I left, I thought I'd be nice. I go, "Oh, congratulations!" And she's like, "I'm not pregnant."
Oh,
and the whole room just.
Oh, no.
but that's the point. Like, the point is, what if you are mentally prepared
Yeah.
for the rejection
Yes.
already? You show me, go like, oh man.
But but I'm not gonna go. Hey, you look kind of chubby. I like.
You
I'm in a corporate event.
you better lay off them frappuccinos, girl.
And exactly.
You know?
and I'm pregnant, never comes.
Yeah.
I'm just, you're not pregnant? Fine.
Yeah.
Then I just insulted you.
Anyways, that was just when I was driving down the road and I go, that's pretty
that's pretty
funny,
good.
right? But okay, so then the other one, and this one is the one that I think has more legs. Like, it has like different angles. The big DEI hire thing, and then with a lot of trans people reading to kids at school, like there's an influence on kids to being trans. My thing is this: I don't think kids you should influence kids as far as sex and gender at all. Period. Till they're adults, right? Because when I was a kid, I thought I was Superman, bro. You know, and if somebody had told me, you know, that I was Superman, I probably wouldn't be here to talk about it. You know, and it's like all it took was me falling off a roof to figure out I'm not Superman. You know, but imagine if somebody's telling you you're confused. you're really a girl or you're really a boy. And so.
But okay, we won't have religion in schools, but we'll have this. You understand? When did you decide what's best for my kid?
That's right.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not asking you to take a side. I'm telling you, leave my kid alone.
Leave my kid alone. And kids, and the thing is that you're saying, well, kids should make the decision. Well, if you left it up to me to make the decision, I would have worn a Superman outfit to school every day because I thought I was Superman. You know,
candy in the morning.
Yeah, you know, it's like So that's kind of the one I wanted to punch up more because I really did jump off a roof when I was a kid.
At those things, like at the ridiculous things that your kids will, we would spend $3,000 on Roblox. Do you understand that? Is that fucking make sense? If it was up to my kid, we would do this type of stupid shit.
Yeah.
So point out the stupidity that kids think in their head that makes sense.
Yeah, because how are you going to make a kid make a life-altering decision at that age when you wouldn't trust them with any other life-altering decision?
When he doesn't even fucking feed the dog.
Yeah.
He doesn't even fucking pick up the shit. He doesn't even pick up the dog shit.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to tell him how he can cut his dick off?
Yeah.
Are you fucking
And then I want to do it behind your back.
Yeah.
You know, like
Without letting you know.
You know that
because I have the support of the school.
the school.
Which, why are they butting in?
That was the other one I was.
Okay, so your point of view is that, right? You don't.
No, you should not. I don't think sexuality is a thing with kids. Period. Mm-hmm. I think that when you open that Pandora's box to talk to kids about sexuality, they should be teenagers that are thinking about having sex. They shouldn't be little kids at school. And you shouldn't be having sex education with preschoolers or I mean, you get into middle school, okay, we can start talking about the reproductive system. Mm-hmm. As a reproductive system, how babies are made, all that kind of stuff. I'm completely in agreement with that. When I was in middle school, that's when it started. And I remember they showed you the banana and they rolled the condom down the banana and they showed you how, and they were like, use 2 fingers and don't put it on and then flip it inside out, dummies, you know, and stuff like that.
That part how you're explaining that, now explain like what, like.
Yeah, but.
Now they're showing you, this is your weenie, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You know?
No, now they're saying, like, now kids are going, I don't know, I don't know what's going on. Well, maybe it's because you're not really a boy, right? And then these kids are sitting there going like, well, I'm not, you know? And then if the person at the school that works at the school, look, when I was in high school, you would see you'd see girly girls go start playing basketball, and then the coach had a mullet, and it was a girl coach. And then after like three months, you'd see that they had a mullet too. You know, you would be like, the coach flipped them. I even had one of my first jokes was like, like I came out of the closet and I told my dad I was a lesbian. He's like, I should have never let you play softball, right? Because the coaches have influence over high school kids.
Yes, absolutely.
How are you going to have influence over preschool and elementary school kids? And how are you going to let a dude in drag show up to the school and read to your kid and then put those like we also have this thing where we idolize our teachers, certain teachers, we look up to them. So then we say, well, they're that way and they're really cool. So I want to be that way and I want to be really cool. And and that creates the confusion. So if I've got to choose between protecting kids and hurting somebody's feelings, I would rather hurt somebody's feelings. You know, as far as you shouldn't be at the school teaching my kids.
I think just because you're transgender doesn't mean you get to automatically read books to kids, because it's not anybody can read these kids. Yeah. We're not holding them back, but don't make it a point where we go, no, it's you know, transgenders are now reading across the country.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to you can't let kids make any kind of decision with any kind of weight, period, whether it's sexual or not. I would have eaten candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mm-hmm. You know, I did, but I would have done it.
What about the argument of, well, then the parents have a responsibility.
Yeah, but what if you're hiding it from the parents? That's the other issue, is they're hiding it from the parents.
Okay, so what about so then their argument is, because you got to understand the audience is listening to you. Mm-hmm. So in their heads they're going, yeah, but what about this? But what about that? Mm-hmm. And it's as a comic, if you're answering those questions that they were wondering about,
you're doing a great job.
I don't know where you could put this. I don't know where you could put this, but before I lose it, what if we show them the procedures of how it's done? Because they're showing them like, oh, it's so good to be a girl. It was like scare them out of it. type shit, and like show them like, look, this is how the procedures of cutting your dick off or adding a dick to your pussy, and like.
But we shouldn't even have those conversations with a
right. I know,
schooler.
but they try to make the kids feel like, look, it's all fun and games over here. But
from what I understand, from what I read, is that if your kid is going through a problem at home, period, like they're depressed, which happens with kids that don't go outside and play anymore because they're on social media at a young age, and they have any kind of it used to be that you'd be afraid that the kid would go tell the counselor that you spanked them, right? I mean, just telling the kid, my dad spanks me, you were like, oh, la policía, right? So, but now they're like, well, maybe you're feeling confused about who you are. And the kid's going like, you think so? You know, it's like right?
hypnotizing.
And then they take him to a counselor, and you're not supposed to know that your kid went to the counselor. So I do think it's a parenting thing, because you tell your kid, hey, anything like that, you come talk to me.
You want me to believe you as an audience member when you're telling me this information, or at least engage me? Bring me facts. Go. In 2024, a situation arose in Michigan where a teacher,
Yeah.
Those are facts. That's when the audience goes, okay, that's a fact. Okay, now I believe you.
And then let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about like you bring up the fact and you go, what does that mean?
Exactly.
Right?
Now, this is the way I look at it. Now, you might be thinking, well, what about this?
Yeah.
Yes, but what percent? And so you start making sense of what really makes more sense to you. It doesn't matter to the audience, but you're also asking the questions that the audience is going to be asking themselves, because you want them engaged. Ultimately, you don't want to leave them. Now, it is our job right now to punch that up, which is a tough subject, because now you're titty-tearing.
No, but I think that suggestion is perfect, because if I isolate one case and I talk about that one case, then I can.
Reference it.
I can break down.
Yes.
I was gonna say in Spanish, puedo desmenuzar. Like
you break down how the process is made.
And do ridiculous comparisons. Like you said, if it was up to my kid, we would have
candy for breakfast,
cake, candy, whatever. Right.
But what are the facts? These are if. I don't want if. You go, this is the fact. When this happens, this is the fact. Studies show when psychiatrists talk about kids, this is how they're influenced. These are facts. Blah, 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 blah. This is why I think it's a problem. Now, if that's the case, now we found the irony or
you make it ridiculous.
Yes, but all of that you said first are facts that the audience can't argue with you. So now they're believing you, so they're following you, and then you go, boom. What about this?
Also, what's the name of the subject where they're teaching this? You know what I mean? Because there's math, there's science.
It's just homeroom. It's like your homeroom teacher is like,
that's crazy.
We got to get this kid to the counselor. And then the counselor's got a one-on-one with your kid, which, first of all, I'm not comfortable with a grown-ass adult being one-on-one with my kid.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
you got to bring woodshop back.
If you're going to have a conversation with my child and they're under the age of 14, I need to be in the room.
That's right.
As an adult. Why? Because we've seen it with grooming. Little by little, that
it's what it is. It's grooming.
Yes, that's grooming.
Or have it be presented in a DARE program. We know
Dude, the DARE program. That's another. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. These programs that are there to help your kids. Dude, the guy taught DARE was smoking weed before he taught us.
Yeah,
sure. Like, what the fuck? Go ahead.
Yeah.
What we should have is a dietitian program.
There you go. There
Nutrition.
You go. Why don't they take fucking people that know about diets instead of reading to them?
Yeah.
Get fucking people with diets and get out of diabetes.
And they do. I mean, they have all kinds of like instructional specialists for speech therapy and all this stuff, but they're really because the people that are in those fields are also trans, then they feel like, well, I didn't know. And I always fought these feelings myself, so maybe you have these feelings.
Do you remember when they would bring in like someone that had like AIDS and like talk about like, hey, I had AIDS. They need to bring someone that regrets being a trans in there.
Yeah, there you go.
But the thing is that the thing is that your kid might end up being a trans, but there's a time for them to decide that. The time isn't when they're 6 years old.
But let's be realistic. If my kid was trans or gay, fuck, that'd be awesome. I get to go to the parade. Like that's really the life we're living now in our society. You're not beating
me.
This asshole. But even then, we would ostracize that person. If you were homophobic, I wouldn't want to hang out with you. You're a bad person. because I have a lot of gay friends, and you're wrong. As society, we see that now. So for you to sit there and go, "Oh, poor me," no, you're not, dude. Not anymore.
So
maybe in the
congratulations.
past, but let you're not being fucking chased down and being ridiculed. Those days are over. Everybody knows. Or for the majority, I'm not gonna generalize. I'm gonna say the majority of society understands now. That would be stupid.
Or another thing too is like why are they just stopping at transgenders when there's so many other things that people are doing out there like furries and shit? You know what I mean? Like, okay, how come they're not bringing? They're just doing that, changing your sex.
It's just like when you just a little bit, bro, little bit at a time, and it's gonna.
Well, the hidden agenda is that I honestly believe that being trans is a mental problem. I honestly believe that it's a mental health issue. I don't necessarily. I think that it's like Norm Macdonald had that joke where he goes, "Hey, Dad, I think I'm a girl," and he goes, "Well, what about the cock and balls between your legs?" "Oh yeah, you got me there, Dad. You got me there, right?" And so it's like I do think I do, and I think it's. I think it has to. I even think it has to do with tattoos and there's a lot of people that want attention. Mm-hmm. And
trans, bro, what the hell?
No.
Doesn't comedy make you want attention?
Yes. We all need attention.
Yeah.
How we get our attention varies from person to person, but you'll see people post like, "I need ink therapy." Why?
Yeah.
Because they had a tattoo. Everybody told them it was nice. They got to tell the story on the tattoo.
Yeah.
Once that wore out, they're like, "Nobody's asking me about my tattoo no more. I don't have any more attention. Nobody's talking to me. I think I need another tattoo." And then they get another tattoo, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and then they start talking about that tattoo again. And it's like,
being gay is a tough one.
Until you develop your hour.
Being gay,
that's a tough one, bro. It's a pain in the ass being gay just to
but
get attention.
Trans and gay are not the same.
No, I know, I understand,
Right.
but I understand.
All right, I'm Ant.
Ant, all right, introduce yourself,
I'm
buddy.
Ant, man, Ant Jr. Met him through mutual comedians.
So there's an
Hector.
Ant Senior?
Yeah, there's an Ant Senior.
Oh,
There's an Ant Third too, but it stops there because he's autistic.
Yeah. I just saw Ants too. That's it. I don't know. No, never mind.
All right.
Go. All right, buddy. So what do you got for us?
One that I've been working on is like how circumcised dicks are like the best looking dicks because no one draws an uncircumcised dick on like your face when you fall asleep and shit. Or like if your car's dirty, you don't ever see an uncircumcised dick on someone's car. So like we're the best, and even the black ones with hoods are scarier. You know, black ones with the hoods are scarier.
That's what you want to do.
And then I've tried to go with this like to involve ladies too, so I'm not just talking about dicks all the time.
Before you go in there, I have something for the dick. It's like, because think about it. You ever try to fucking draw a dick that doesn't have a head? People are going, what the fuck? Is that a finger?
Is that a sweet potato?
What is this? Is that a toe? What the fuck did you just draw?
Exactly.
Right?
So like that's like references to
the head, the mushroom gives you an indication. This is the dick.
Yeah.
So
we're superior.
Yes.
And then I was like try to get the females involved too, like how they have outie lips and innies. Mm-hmm. So like the outie lip vaginas are the uncircumcised dicks of vaginas.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I call them the Kurt Cobains, but you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
What?
Because they're exploded?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I seen you, ladies. I seen you.
So I don't know if you guys got anything for that. Well, you help me with the other one.
Yeah. Where it's you discuss like it's really tough to draw uncircumcised dick.
Okay, so elaborate more on that then.
Yeah, because think about it. They're not all the same. Some of them are not flat. Some are flaccid. So what kind of how does it?
Drawing slugs aren't as intimidating.
Exactly.
You know what? It's crazy. You know what's crazy too is you're always drawing an erect one. No one ever draws like you know what I mean.
The flash one.
Flash one. Yeah.
And if you look back at like
you draw dicks, bro? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
it's a good habit to have.
Who hasn't drawn a dick?
But when I do draw it, bro, even when it comes down to porn, bro. If I'm watching porn and this fool has an uncircumcised, I'm like, hell no, that shit don't look like mine, so I can't relate. Next one.
Yeah.
And at the end,
I can't relate to a lot of them. So.
Yeah.
Well, I would set up with that.
Yeah.
I would set it up with that. Like, man, I watch a lot of porn, and look, I don't get uncircumcised dicks. Like, because then it just sounds like you sit around drawing dicks all day, you know?
But then point it out and go, hey, you know, because even if we draw it, you're going to say, is that a slug?
Yeah.
I started thinking about it.
That game is it charades? No, the one where you draw. You have to guess what it is.
I think it is charades.
So you can bring a premise with that. Like,
oh, that's true.
Like I try to
That's
draw,
called Pictionary.
Pictionary. There you go. Pictionary.
If you want someone to
That's
know that this is a dick, you're gonna put a head on it.
Yeah.
You're gonna put a shroom on
Yeah,
it.
you,
Like a fucking
Pictionary, as they're trying to guess what it is, if you draw an uncircumcised dick, you just threw your partner out.
Yeah.
Like, is it a finger? Is it a snail? What is that? A toe?
And then you could even go like, so I was telling my friend this, and he goes, yeah, bro, but then you draw the balls, and then everybody knows.
Oh, there you go. But then he told me just draw the balls. And I was
Be
like,
more
draw the
detailed.
balls.
Okay,
Devil's
so
in the details.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Draw
really,
some veins
I just
and
gotta
draw the
draw.
balls,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like-
It's all about details. Exactly.
Yeah, it's all in the
okay.
details, bro.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
there you go.
But that could be like your last punch.
And you know what? That could actually help out because I see a lot of people in the audience that when you can tell they're not circumcised, they're like,
Bro, that's
You know?
even a
So I
better
could just be-
joke where
yeah.
you go, like him, for example.
Yeah.
He's not circumcised.
Yeah.
You know why I know? And then what would be a non-circumcised?
riff.
Yeah,
You
how
can
do you
just
know the
riff.
difference? How do you know who's circumcised and who's not?
oh,
It's the
because
confidence in the shoulders.
because when
bro.
I'm saying like we're the best, the ones that are like, yeah, we are. I look at who's not saying that. I'm like, oh, that fool's not. He's not. They're mad. They get mad. They're like, fuck this.
Bring
dude, bro.
that back because you start with that. Like, where are all my circumcised guys?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind
Yeah.
because once you go through the joke, for example, I know who's circumcised and who's not.
Yeah.
You motherfucker, you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, how did? Because when I asked, you were like,
And you know what I could do too, or I just thought about this too right now. It's like, hey man, you should start a movement for you guys and start drawing your guys' dicks. You know, like just your
Yeah.
fucking
You could
uncircumcised
even make a
dick.
T-shirt like that with a
Some merch.
Yeah.
Make a merch with the uncircumcised dick.
yeah, I won't.
free the skin. Or
Free the-
Yeah, free this. No,
All my dick.
I want all my dick. My skin, my life. My life, my skin.
My skin, my choice.
Yeah,
My
my
skin,
skin,
my
my
choice.
choice. There you go.
I have this other one too. I don't know if you guys knew that Trump did that little raid with the Figueroa Street with the
Yeah.
prostitutes. And I was just thinking, like, what if we replace them with sex robots? You know what I mean? Like, so now there's sex robots on the corners, like bird scooters.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And it's just like
a little app, you just scan it.
exactly, bro. And like,
It
you know,
opens up the
okay, this
pocket
one's
pussy.
there.
Bro.
It depends. Were they made in China?
Second, really,
Do
bro?
they have papers?
The bums are gonna hack them. They're gonna break the code.
No
They're gonna be
shit, huh?
fucking them.
Fucking them for
They already
out
do it
of
with the
rate.
fucking scooters, bro. What do you
They
think they're
comes
gonna
back-
do with a
Hey,
fake woman?
yeah, for real. The robot comes back like, "Sorry, daddy, I only made this much." You know, you got this. How are you gonna, bitch?
Yeah.
You've been using that firewall.
in the ocean. You know?
Yeah, they'll fuck with them.
Hey, they get viruses and shit.
Bro,
You know what I
look
mean?
at these fucking delivery bots that are in Hollywood. They keep tilting them over.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's an argument of why we need prostitutes then, huh? Like actual
Sometimes old school just works perfect.
works
yeah,
better.
bro. Just why mess?
I'm trying.
Pissed because massage parlors are back and packed again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Imagine if they had like a robot pussy bar. Like you just go there and just pay for it and just walk in a room. And you're just banging a robot and then you just leave and that's it.
some of them look bad
In
though.
Europe,
Some
they
of them
have
look-
glory hole bars where you just put it into the wall and you're gonna be having a drink, talking to your buddy. You're getting
Hey,
worked
the
on.
future
I'm
is
getting-
now, dude.
Yeah, bro.
What? Here's the thing too: is like with like the robot shit, right? You're talking about girls can have vibrators and shit, right? But if this fool has a fucking pocket pussy, everyone's like, "You're fucking disgusting, bro."
Right, they sell vibrators at Walmart, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy, but not a sex doll.
No.
No.
That-
I
You
need
got a super Walmart?
I need
robot, you know?
I need a duffel bag pussy, bro, because a pocket pussy's too small.
I'm trying to put your whole body in there,
Put that
bro.
bitch in a double bag.
I need a backpack pussy because the pocket pussy's too small, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as the
Okay.
tip fits, that's it. You know what I mean?
All right. So what else do you have besides the?
Another one is, so like I've been working for my son because he's autistic, right? And but he's not that severe, so the state only gives me like 4 hours a day.
Give me that's a moment. He's not that severe.
Yeah.
Give me the range. For example,
He's in the
there
spectrum.
is this, and then there is this.
Yeah,
My
like-
son falls
In between.
here.
Yeah, like
That's a funny moment.
okay. So like some kids will like hit themselves. My kids more just like lining up toys type thing.
Okay.
You know.
So they get it.
or
they
my
could-
son lines up toys, and other kids will hit themselves with the toys. or
Bro,
something,
what
you
you
know?
gotta do is like I'm watching my kid. I'm seeing what his thing is.
Yeah.
And I used to do that as a kid.
Yeah.
I used to do that as a kid. Oh,
Oh
fuck.
shit! Yeah, I have
think he
something
got
like
that
that.
for me.
But my dad's saying that like, hey, Aunt, I think I got it. But because the thing is basically like my dad's saying, you know, I like to be left alone. I don't pick up on social cues, and I'm around trains all day. And I tell him, you're not autistic, pops. You're just an asshole that works for the railroad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know where to go from there. Or like I said, I'm working for my son, and then after the 4th hour is up, he's on his own because I'm not getting paid no more. So that's the kind
Yeah.
of joke I'm trying to go with there.
well, your
Just to
kid-
punch it up.
With autistic kids, they say they're on the spectrum. because there's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Right. And go, my kid's in the spectrum. He's still counting shit. He's not banging his head against the wall. He doesn't wear a helmet.
Yeah,
you
right,
know,
right.
Yeah.
You know, just
So even the comparison to what's a very severe autistic kid? It's where they can't control their
Or
muscles.
they don't know danger awareness, so they'll walk into traffic.
They'll walk
type
into
thing, you know?
traffic. Okay, so give me a crazy scenario like that when you're putting the spectrum together, so I know in perspective where your kid falls in the spectrum. So you go, like, my kid won't just go into traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's something very
Okay.
severe, like where these kids just don't know where to
Yeah.
go.
And what's crazy is the kids that do go into traffic, their parents get paid more than I do.
That's
So
even funnier.
That's even funnier, bro. You should be telling, hey, get into
Train
traffic.
your kid how to
Train
get
your-
into
So,
traffic.
bro, oh shit, I don't know if I should say this on camera.
You get,
But
as a
okay, but
joke,
no, it's a joke. But
allegedly, by the way,
allegedly, when the person came over to assess my son, I was like not giving him no treats that he likes. You know, he's like, "Give me chips." I'm like, "No chips, hell no! I want you to be badass, bro. Jump all
need
around here. I
need a
need you
raise
to." Yeah,
right
and
now.
what's crazy is when she came in, he like reached for her phone. I'm like, "Yeah, see, he doesn't understand like stranger danger and stuff like that." You know, I'm
Yeah.
trying to like, come on, man, like.
Pinching him and
We're trying to
shit.
get paid out here, you know, but
Well,
yeah,
that's
bro.
That's the buildup that you're trying to sell. Like, it's like the military when someone's a disabled veteran.
Uh-huh.
He's like, the more fucked up you are, the more you get paid.
Yeah.
Same thing, bro.
But this is the
Yeah.
thing. Say it and then go, no, I was thinking that. I would never,
I would
do,
never
that,
do that,
but
yeah.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And come on, wouldn't you think that? I mean, if I'm still going to take care of my kid, if I can
But
get
if I
another.
did that beforehand,
So I did that one time. I was like, yeah. So like when my son, he'll be walking up to me after the 4th hour, like food, you know, signing for food. And I'm like, bro, I'm off the clock, man. Like the government's tripping on overtime. And I had an audience member go, how old is he? Like he thought it was real, bro.
Yeah, bring it back. Go. Oh, now you want to eat.
Yeah. Oh.
But when I wanted you to fucking run through fucking traffic, oh no,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
can't.
okay.
You-
That's
oh,
good.
now you want
Scratch
no
my
one.
back,
That's
If
good.
you would have ran into that traffic, we'd be having steak right now,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Eat your macaroni and cheese. Shut the fuck up.
That's good.
Government macaroni.
Okay. So,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, oh, now you're hungry. Well, let me tell you something. If you would have ran into that traffic,
Yeah.
why? Because that allows the audience to go, oh shit, okay, there is a spectrum.
All right.
Don't make fun of it. It's the truth, and you got to say it in a way where we're not mocking them. We're not. It's just that is your reality, and you
Yeah.
have to make fun of it, and also explain to the audience. If I don't talk about my situation to you guys in this manner, I go crazy.
Yeah.
Like this helps. If I can come and tell you and tell you my craziest thoughts in my head,
Yeah.
it helps. Thank you, and that lets you off the hook.
yeah, and I think too, it's like not so much about your kid, but more like your
Complaining. It's your problem, not his problem.
fucked up thoughts.
Okay.
You go
You-
like,
yes.
man, if I'd have known, I would have got him a helmet. You know, like,
Oh, okay.
I would have got him a helmet for the meeting.
So
Like,
punch that up.
I didn't even know how the meeting was gonna go. If I'd have known that they were,
I would have tore up the couch, the house. I would have fucking fucking.
I would have given him a fucking chile so his fucking nose is all
He's
fucking
running and
buggery.
shit, huh? Yeah.
Like
All that.
man,
Yeah.
if I knew, and then tell the audience because these are facts. How much more is that person getting than you?
Yeah.
And
And
then
they
you
go,
can-
oh,
dude, you
shit,
can do just like fucking. It's like when you try to sell a car, you upsell the car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you know there's more problems to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just gotta find where you can compare what you're trying to say to something else. That way gives an image
Okay.
to the audience.
To people
Like,
that
yeah.
might not know
Yeah.
autistic kids
And
or
don't try
parents
to
to it.
justify your situation. Go, no, I mean I know I'm fucked up. I'm a fucked up individual.
Okay.
But that's you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want them.
my
to,
kid's
I
my
get you.
kid's innocent. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not his
He's
fault.
just-
It's my fucked up
he's
thoughts.
a good
Yeah.
kid, but these are the thoughts. This is what goes through my head. I think, man, had I known how this was, they were only gonna give me 4 hours. I would have been like, I would have got the bicycle helmet out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I would have.
And the person that has the same situation you're living through,
Uh-huh.
that they're going through, they go, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
So you don't think I should punch up more too on the other side of like being like because I don't get paid more than that, then I chill off on it.
No, yeah, that's the
Mm-hmm. You have-
result.
do you
That's
guys
the
have anything
result
else
of it
that-
because now you're telling your kid, oh, you're hungry now, but you couldn't run into traffic
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah,
You
yeah,
bring
yeah.
all that
You
shit
couldn't
back.
be hungry 5 minutes ago when I
Yeah.
was still working.
Yes,
Ah,
Oh,
but you
yeah,
couldn't
right.
you
Yeah,
couldn't
there you
fucking
go.
put on the helmet
Okay.
when the lady came. Oh,
Yeah.
but now you
Yeah.
You couldn't have lunch at 11:55. You ungrateful bastard.
Yeah.
why is it every time I take a shit, you get hungry?
Yeah,
God
yeah,
damn
yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But in like you said, play on the fact that you go through certain, like for example,
Mm-hmm.
I have family members that have such situation like this
Uh-huh.
where the kid is, you got it. The kid is autistic,
Autistic.
Autistic, yeah.
autistic, And he now is in his teenage years. And I was masturbating everywhere. And I'm like, what
I
the
remember
is
those
this?
years.
I know, but they don't know the difference. They don't know, hey, this is
Right.
So that could put you in that awkward moment, or you can bring it up as, I'm glad my kid's not there yet, but I'm scared of this.
Yeah.
And then present it in a way where, what would you do? And then say it, because other people in that audience are living that reality. And they wish they could do some of the things that you're saying. And that's what makes it very personal. They go, damn, dude.
And what do you do the hours you're not working with your kid?
This?
Comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. At night. Comedy at night. Take care of him during the day.
So thanks to
But
your kid, it allows you to follow your dream.
Like 8 hours there. What are you doing?
No, but thanks to him, you're following your dream.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing in disguise.
I still need
You
a
can
fucking side job, bro.
Huh?
Either a side job or he needs to get a little bit more severe, bro.
There you go.
You know? For real.
Listen, you're not getting your own room until you get more severe.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right,
So that is it, guys. Any last closing thoughts? Really quick, where could they see this? Because tonight, me and Sam will be performing this material, getting it ready, and we'll work on these jokes on stage. We're going to give them birth. Where are you performing tonight?
Actually, I'll be
Or
performing
later on?
later on when I will post this. I'll be at the Mic Drop October 3rd, running some of these jokes that I've been working on. So
Yes.
see you guys there in San Diego.
Yes. And where will you be performing in the future?
I don't know when this drops, but August 30th, I'm going to be at, what is it? Riverside at Route 30 Brewery.
Okay,
Riverside.
so we'll tag everybody on their handles so you guys can know who they are. Sam and me, you'll be performing today at Gusto, and then after that, we're doing pupusas at Punchlines. Also, I will be at the Stand-Up Comedy Club on the 29th. Me and Sam will be there of August, and we'll be at the Ontario Improv on September 14th for another show there. So thank you very much, guys. That is Working the Hour with Richard Villa. Bye-bye, everybody.